Hey guys, Dylan with onX Hunt here. So I'm going to walk you through my process, some key tips and tricks that I've learned over the years using onX Hunt, particularly with spot and stalk hunting. Western big game is what I'm going to focus on here, but really you can use these in any application. So again, I'm just on a random spot here on the map, and let's just say I'm out elk hunting and I'm glassing from this glassing point here, looking into this drainage here to the north. One of the things that is really easy to do is, especially if, say, I'm glassing and I've been glassing for a couple hours, I finally see a nice bull I want to go after. It's really easy to want to just grab the pack, your rifle, or your bow, and take off after that animal. But if you do a couple really quick things on onX first and just take your time before you do that, you're going to be a lot more successful. So, one of the things I will do is I will pull out the app and look in relation to where I'm glassing in the hillside. So let's just say I'm keyed in on these three openings up here. And I know that the bull that I see in my spotting scope or in my binoculars is in the middle one here. So what I might do is I might zoom in pretty tight and then just keep looking at the bull through the spotting scope, let's just say, and I notice he's right to the right of a lone tree in that open park. So zooming in here, you can see there's a tree here. You can see some down logs. You can see some rocks up here and below him. And so based on what I know, let's just say that elk is right here in this park. So I'm going to go ahead and change that waypoint to elk. So one thing I'm going to do too is I'm going to change the color of that waypoint, especially if I have other elk waypoints in the area. I don't want to get confused with it when I'm over there and be wondering which one it was. So let's just say I'm going to change this one to black. If you have time, you can change the waypoint name. I'm going to save it. And then one other thing that I do in the field is I will take a photo from my glassing point. So I would take a photo from right here, just looking in that direction. I might zoom in just so I can see what the country looked like from that point. And then I'm going to attach that photo to the waypoint in the field. So if I'm ever wondering or need more reference points, I can go back into the photo, just tap on it, and then the photo would show up here right on your phone. Let's see here. So another thing that I'll do is I will use, to help with knowing exactly where that waypoint is, I'll use the line distance tool. And let's just say I range that elk from my glassing point, and let's just say it was 975 yards away. So I'm going to try and confirm where I put that waypoint here. So if I use this line distance tool, okay, it's saying 810 yards. Clearly something would be off. So you're going to use the line distance tool to confirm your rangefinder. Now, if I range that bull and said, it's 810 yards away, and then I look at this and this says 807, perfect. I'm right in that same area. Just one more point to know that you're going to be in good shape with dropping that waypoint where you did. Another thing that I can use that line distance tool for is seeking out shooting locations. So for example, if I'm elk or rifle elk hunting here and I'm looking for an area to shoot from, I might look at this ridge right here, and then you use the line tool at 375 yards. If that's a shot you're comfortable with and that makes sense, maybe I'll go ahead and tap that second one, save that, and then that becomes a reference point for me as well. So I know if I get to that end of the line that I saved, I'm going to be about 375 yards. It looks like you would probably, with the contour lines, probably be able to shoot across here. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Let's say I'm archery hunting. So this elk is in this area right here. I'm archery hunting, and let's just say he's got a bunch of cows, so I don't feel confident that I'll be able to sneak in real tight on him. So I can tap the waypoint, and now I can select Waypoint Radius. Let's just say I want to get within 150 yards of that bull before setting up to call. So looking at the map now, it draws a 150-yard circle all the way around that particular waypoint, and then it will also cut it in half and show you half of that, so 75 yards here. Let's say the thermals are rising in the morning, the wind is good, and I'm trying to approach from up here. I might just look at getting right inside this timber line. I'd be within my 150-yard buffer and setting up and seeing if I can pull that bull in. So that's one way you can use the waypoint radius. If you're spot and stalking, say, antelope with a bow, you might set that waypoint radius to 100 yards and keep an eye on it. That way, when you're within that 100-yard bubble, you really have to slow down a ton, maybe take your boots off and really, really focus. So I can hide and show that waypoint radius. I can change that to different yardages, etc. So those are a few, and then really just the last one, when I'm in the field, I will turn on my tracker on my app before leaving. It just helps me understand the trajectory I've been going on, making sure I'm headed in the right direction, and then you can also use that track later to get back to your glassing point if you need to, or what have you there. So lots of different ways that you can use onX Hunt for spot and stalk applications, but those are a few key tips that I've picked up over the years. Hopefully it helps you in your next hunt. Good luck.